Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and on today's video we're going to show you exactly how to save money when visiting the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Orlando. So if you are in the process of planning a Universal Orlando trip, just be sure to stick around until the end of this video. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, we are about to break down exactly how you could save some money when visiting the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So if you are in the process of planning a Universal Orlando trip, and it does seem like you need more videos just like this, just be sure to hit that subscribe button as I have a lot more similar videos coming out in the coming weeks. But let's jump right in. And this video is kind of going to tie into a YouTube video we did a couple of weeks ago, which was how much should you budget for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, right? And in that video, we said that when you're planning your visit, families should budget around $2,700 for a 2-day visit, covering park tickets, hotel accommodations, meals, souvenirs, and some miscellaneous expenses here and there. Now, for that breakdown, the $2,712, we did have the family of 4 staying at Universal's Cabana Bay, and of course, we went with a 2-park park-to-park ticket because there is 2 lands within the Wizarding World, and we were kind of giving, each land one specific date. Now, that's why we're creating this video, because we just wanted to break down, well, here are some of the other ways that you could potentially save even on top of that budget that we had provided. And you'll find this video helpful even if you're just planning a trip to Universal Orlando in general, and you're even just hopping into the Wizarding World here and there. Okay, but starting with number 1, and we would say always make sure that you purchase your Universal Orlando park tickets in advance. Now, there is, of course, always going to be an automatic savings when compared to the park gates, but not only that, there can be some strategic planning on your end where, let's say that you're only going to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter for 1 day, so you're only going with a 1-day park-to-park ticket. Again, you need that park-to-park ticket in order to ride the Hogwarts Express. Having a plan and picking your day can also give you an advantage from a price standpoint. Long story short, you would want to visit on either a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday when ticket prices tend to be the cheapest. And that doesn't matter what time of year you're visiting. The weekdays always tend to be the cheapest. And even on a 1-day park-to-park ticket, the comparison that I just went and did, I saw 1-day park-to-park tickets starting around $179. And then compared to the weekend of that same week, they were all the way up to $204. So right there is a savings of $25 per person just by doing a little additional research and having a game plan going into your 1 day. And then also if you go and you purchase your tickets from the Park Prodigy, you'll typically save around an extra $10. So again, that's $35 per person that you just saved right there just by doing some research and purchasing your tickets in advance. Now, jumping into the hotels, from a Universal Orlando official hotel standpoint, if you're trying to visit on a budget and save the most money as possible when visiting the Wizarding World, you want to start with the Endless Summer Resorts because those are the cheapest value resorts at this point in time. What I also would say though is that a lot of times Universal Orlando will be running Cabana Bay Beach Resort in some of their promotions, which are typically 20 to 30% off. So just keep an eye on that. There are some really amazing benefits that come from staying at a Universal Orlando resort, such as free transportation, so you don't have to worry about renting a car. Once you get to the hotel, you will have that free transportation to take you to and from the theme park. So having and staying at an official Universal hotel, in my opinion, is always the best. But there are some really amazing off-site resorts which will give you really great deals. For the Universal Orlando official resorts, the time frame that I went and I looked at, the Endless Summer Resorts were starting around $160. Over to the off-site resorts over near International Drive, some of the hotels that we typically book for our clients were right around the $100 per night. And the other cool thing about the offsite hotels is that a lot of them do come with free breakfast, and they also give you free transportation. Now, the only downside, in my honest opinion, is Universal Orlando does have early park admission. It's specifically for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and they'll have one of the parks open for early park admission. Typically, it's always Islands of Adventure, which you get to go on Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. The only downside to the free transportation at the offsite hotels is a lot of times they don't take that early park admission into account. And I know what a lot of families will say is, because you only get early park admission when staying at an official Universal Orlando hotel. Well, there are other ways to get early park admission, especially for international travelers who are coming in. There are certain ticket types that can give you early park admission no matter which hotel you stay at. If you want more information on how that works, just be sure to go check out our website or give us a call at the Park Prodigy. We'd be happy to help you plan an amazing Universal Orlando vacation. But what I'm getting at is you do have to keep that in mind because you can still get access to early park admission, and sometimes the free transportation does not give you that. Now, let's say if you're getting a great deal on a car rental also, so you have the off-site hotel with the free breakfast, you're driving to the parks, might not be that big of a deal and you could still get a great deal. The other thing I would say too is one of the best ways to save money is if you're only visiting for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, you can skip the Universal Express Pass. If you're only trying to go on the 5 Harry Potter rides and you're maybe going with an interactive wand and just kind of filling your day in that way, you really don't need to spend the money on the Universal Express Pass. It is so very, very expensive. And then of course too, the other important thing is go and price out the Universal Orlando Premier Resorts, the 3 Premier Resorts that give you the Express Pass for free, if you are thinking about going and purchasing that Express Pass. And we actually just did a video on how the Express Pass works. And in that video, I broke down the pricing and how staying at a Premier Resort can be a great way to get a great deal. Now, jumping into really where I guess most families' minds would be at, how could you save money within theme parks? And starting with one of the most expensive parts of any theme park vacation, especially in today's day and age with inflation, but I would start with food. Now, guests can save money on food and they can actually bring their own food into the theme parks. Universal does allow you to bring food into the parks as long as they're in a small little insulated, kind of bag. What we would say is just be mindful. Essentially, you don't want to bring anything that needs to be refrigerated, but you can bring Subway sandwiches, you could bring snacks, potato chips, granola bars, anything that you don't need to be refrigerated, anything like, snack size, you could definitely bring into the parks with you. One of the other things I love to do too is I'll get groceries delivered, or I'll pick up groceries and bring them back to my hotel. And then at that point, you can have oatmeal and cereal in the morning for breakfast. So you're saving money for breakfast items. You're bringing snacks to the park. And so you'll see that little things like that will add up quickly, and this is a great way to save while still enjoying the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Now, jumping into the actual restaurants within the parks, I would say a lot of the restaurants, the meals can be shareable. So over to the 3 Broomsticks, which is in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, one of the meals that I personally love to share is the chicken and ribs platter. And then also I find the rotisserie chicken plates to be very shareable as well. The other cool thing that you can do is don't forget that you can also order off of the kids menu. So if you're not that hungry and you're trying to save a buck, you can order off of the kids menu, and the meals they're very, very good size. Over to the Leaky Cauldron, one of the meals that I would personally share is bangers and mash. And then also one of the other tips and tricks to save a couple of bucks within the Wizarding World is if you want to try a butter beer, but you're not sure if you're going to like it, but you don't want to spend, the $8.99 on a full price butter beer. If you do go into the Wizarding World of Harry Potter for breakfast and you do decide to upgrade and get one of the breakfast platters, it does come with a free drink, and you can get a butter beer with your breakfast platter. So you could try the butter beer in the morning for free, and it's just kind of a great way to test it out, see if you like it, or maybe that's just your one butter beer that you'll have that day. But in our opinion, it is a great way to save and avoid having to spend $8.99, and you can do it. Everyone can get a butter beer in the morning, and that's $40 right there that you just avoided by spending on butter beers. The other thing we would say too is if you're trying to avoid the expensive pricing, really within the theme parks, Universal City Walk is right there next to the main 2 Universal Orlando theme parks. You can hop out, and they do have some really, really budget-friendly restaurants within City Walk. Some of the ones that come to mind, they're going to be Panda Express, the Bread Box. Okay, it's taking it one step further. Of course, with any theme park vacation comes drinks. This really isn't specifically to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, but I would say keep an eye out for the Coke Freestyle Cup. At this point in time, it's right around $18 plus tax to get an unlimited Coke Freestyle Cup. And then just like I just said, you can pretty much refill it with all your favorite drinks throughout your Universal Orlando stay. And then another important tip and trick that comes to mind specifically for food is possibly getting the Universal Popcorn Bucket, which it's one price up front, and then you could pretty much refill it for right around $2.25 throughout your vacation. But popcorn is so shareable, and again, this could be a great way to save money and snack on a budget. All right, so now tying into some really, really fun Harry Potter stuff. I've spoken about this on our channel, but if you are going to upgrade and get an interactive wand, and especially if you're trying to come up with a budget going into your trip, one of the things that we've seen in the parks very, very recently is that Universal has a deal. When you purchase a Universal Orlando shopping card, you do get a free interactive wand. So at this point in time, signs are around the resort advertising a free interactive wand with the purchase of a $300 or a $500 Universal Orlando gift card, which you can pretty much use in the parks to purchase merchandise to bring back home for you. But of course, just like it sounds, if you know you're going to spend money on merchandise, I can't guarantee that they'll be running this deal, but what you can at least do is you could say, okay, we're going to budget $365 for merchandise. We're going to start saving up from now. When you get to Universal Orlando, if they have the deal, then you purchase that $300 Universal gift card and you'll get the free interactive wand, and then you just, you save the $65 that way. If they're not running the deal, then you still have the budget for the interactive wand. but just keep an eye out for that, because it can be a great way, again, to get something for free, especially if you're, you know that you're going to buy other merchandise for the kids and you're just budgeting from day one. Just a great way to save. Another great way to save specifically for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter is if you know you're going to want to have fun and get dressed up in the Wizarding World robes, you can bring your own robe from home. So in the theme parks, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter robes are around $145 per robe. So if you know that, again, do the right thing. You could bring, and you can go to your local, Halloween warehouse, whatever it might be, and you could bring the robe from home, and your kids could still have a great time running around the parks, and you'll be able to save some money. And really just tying in anything that you can think that you could bring from home. So sunscreen, refillable water bottles, cooling towels, ponchos, umbrellas, anything that you would think that you would need in the theme parks, bring it from home, and it can be just a great way to save money when visiting the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. But those are really the most popular ones. That is essentially where I would start, how I would save money when visiting the Wizarding World. And I really, really hope that you found this video helpful. And again, if you are in the process of planning a Universal Orlando trip and you do need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. And of course, tying into the theme of this video, as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end, I do have a special promo code you can go use on our website, The Park Prodigy, to save an extra $25 off your next Universal Orlando vacation. And that promo code is going to be YouTube25. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys again so much for checking out this video. And until next time, I will talk to you soon.